So it looks as though the Spiral has a new residential friend. With 16 apartments spread over 4 floors, welcome to Warehouse 14. Hey everyone, it's M4J here, and welcome back to Summerset MTR here on Minecraft. I am standing here on the roof of Woodbridge Station, which someone quite recently commented and said, and I quote, is better than the big purple thing, which is the one over there, of course, Kingsbridge. There's a lot of stations with bridge in the name, and I love the fact you can just about make out Somerset Square Station, and you can see Somerset Tower, which may or may not still get renamed. What used to be the City Hall has also now been repurposed, currently as a villager hostel, but will eventually get changed to something else. Excuse me, that's not a good start, is it? So I might as well lead on to that before I talk about what we're doing today. So if you've watched my What's Coming in 2024 video, you'll know this already, but if you haven't, I'm still recovering from the disease that I still don't know if you can say the name of on YouTube. Caught it just before Christmas, really poor timing unfortunately, and although, you know, testing clear now, still suffering from cough, chest issues, all that kind of thing. So hopefully we'll be alright. This is the first proper M4J style video that I've recorded since recovering. So if there's pauses every now and then, if I suddenly mute for 30 seconds, you should know why. Right, so like I said, I'm standing on the roof of Woodbridge Station in what is probably my favourite area of the city at the moment, mainly because it's really the only area of the city at the moment, apart from Somerset Place, which is fine too. That's also very nice. But I just feel like this is starting to become a lot nicer on the whole, you know? Trying to find a good way of saying it, and I'm struggling here. But yeah, if I turn around, you can see there's the spiral with the sunset, and as you can see, the spiral is basically untouched from where we left off last time, apart from the framework has now been built at the front and the glasswork has been added as well. So if I was to fly over here quickly, let's just go into first person view and then drop down, in fact not this level, let's drop down to this level. You get a better idea now as to what it looks like inside the building. I'm a huge fan of how this looks actually. Once the escalators are in, in which case you can see where the escalators are going to go, I just haven't done them yet. It's going to look really, really cool. And as you can see here, I've left room for it to expand in the future because we are definitely going to continue building up with this thing. I'd like to see how far we can actually go with it, but I feel like I'm going to be disappointed if I do that. So right now I've just left it like it is here, but we'll see. We might come back and revisit this. Excuse me. Today's project then, I was kind of looking at it at the start. Where these two sheep are, there is this dock. This is the site of what is going to be called Warehouse 14, which sounds like we're going to be storing grain or something in it, but I promise you it's not that boring. This is actually going to be a residential building, much like the Spiral, but it's going to be a converted warehouse. So if you imagine, this is the Woodbridge area, but it used to be the Docklands. Woodbridge Station itself might get renamed, he says out loud, trying to think, is that a good idea? But this is kind of, it's the Woodbridge area of the city, but it's also the Docklands. So it almost makes more sense to call this Docklands and then have the station either keep the name Woodbridge and just say Woodbridge is one of several stations that serve the Docklands, or rename the station as well. Wood Dock or something like that. I don't know. The fact that we've got 4 wooden jetties here suggests Wood Dock wouldn't be the worst name in the world. I'm going to try not to do too much talking in this episode, purely because I am going to be clearing my throat every 30 seconds, and I know the people won't necessarily want to hear that. But yeah, I've got some inspiration up on my other monitor here. Just typed in Minecraft brick warehouse, because that's basically what it's going to be. It's a converted warehouse, and I'm going to see what I can come up with. I've got some ideas already off the top of my head. It was mainly building materials that I needed inspiration for. But yeah, I've got an idea for some framework in my mind, and I've got an idea for what the stairs and everything are going to look like on the inside. It does look quite small right now, but I think actually once this is built, it will be a pretty good size. And you'll see why. So, I'm going to start laying out the framework here. I'm going to hop into our first time lapse of 2024. And then on the other side of it, hopefully, we'll have a complete framework that I can talk you through. Let's go. Okay, framework complete. This is what the building will look like. 4 main floors, ground floor, first, second, third. And the way it's going to work is, I think we're going to be able to get 4 apartments per floor. 2 on each side, either side of the central stairs / lift. That's my plan. It may change depending on how big these apartments end up being. There could be scope for doing like L-shaped apartments to try and fit them in if possible. So you'll have, instead of a central corridor running down with an apartment either side, you might have just, you know, a central walkway from here back to the front of the building, and then there'll be one apartment that goes out like that and in like that, and then there'll be another one that goes this way and like that, and then the 2 front doors will be basically next to each other. We'll explore that as we go. Right now, though, I want to have a look at how tall this building is going to be, because I do need to build, here especially, I need to build up again the same height that it is. There's going to be some high ceilings in this building. I'll say that now. And I think it'll be a nice addition to the skyline here. You can imagine this used to be like a grain storage or something like that, whereas now it's housing for people. Also need to decide what's going to go on the ground floor, because we don't have, I mean, we shouldn't really have ground floor apartments. I don't think they're going to be particularly lucrative, particularly if you're standing over here waiting for a boat and you're looking in someone's window. That's not going to be the best thing ever. So we'll look at that as well. So by my estimation, there'll be 3 floors, 4 apartments each. There'll be 12 apartments in the building. If we do add some on the ground floor as well, that'll be 16, which is also quite nice. And actually, the more I'm saying it out loud, the more I think, what is wrong with ground floor apartments? We might just use tinted windows or something to hide it a little bit more. We'll see. We will see. Okay, so again, to avoid talking too much, next thing I want to do, and I might as well start on the ground floor and just say we're going to do ground floor apartments too, is map out how big an apartment would be both with and without the L-shaped method. So we've got two sides of the building here, so we might as well give both ways a go and see which one is better. Okay, let me talk you through what I've done here. So there's two layouts that we could potentially have, and already I'm looking at this one thinking maybe we could do something else with it. In fact, already, yeah. Let me just move this slightly. So the reason I've done two layouts, the one on the left, the slightly smaller sized room, that's a 1-bedroom apartment with an ensuite bathroom. The one on the right, with the slightly smaller living space, but the extra room, this is a 2-bedroom apartment with no ensuite because there wasn't room to put a second bathroom in, basically. This, I think, is going to be the layout for the building, and I don't think I will worry too much about the L shape because I don't really think you're going to benefit too much from extra space by doing it. If you're a little bit cleverer with the space, you probably could get away with it and do it, but I don't think that's within my my building skills, sadly. So I think we're going to go with this as the building option. Now, once the apartments are in and someone moves in and they wish to change the shape of their apartment, so long as it doesn't change the shape of the building, I think that's fine. You know, windows will be locked in place, and exterior walls, so in this case it'll be the apartment exterior walls, not the building exterior walls, they're all going to be locked in situ, so you won't be able to move any of those. But I think the rest of them, you know, the interior walls, you should be able to knock around as you wish and see if you can find something that's maybe a little bit more suited to what you want. But yeah, I like this. We're going to have stupidly high ceilings to the point where you could almost add an extra floor between them, which I'm not going to do. But you can imagine how this would have been an old warehouse. At least I hope you can. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with this as a floor plan. I'm going to go ahead and start adding in the right hand side, and then we should be able to just select the entire building and start stacking it one on top of the other. Okay, quick interlude. I've gone with a 2-bedroom design here and a 1-bedroom design here, just to show what it could look like with the extra living space, which I think is fine. Furnishings and things like that I'm not going to worry about today. We're just trying to get the basic building in with all that good stuff. Now, we do have a lobby here, but as you can see, apart from windows that I'm going to put in at either end of this corridor and maybe some windows under the stairs here, it's going to be pretty dark in this section of the building. So might come up with some ideas for how to light all this as well. We are going to put the spotlights underneath, of course, like we've got over there in the spiral. But yeah, otherwise, have to come up with some lighting ideas too. But that's for future me to solve, because right now, I'm going to attempt to take this building here and copy it. So if I come over here, just remove that for a second. Oh, right, need to do one more thing quickly. Glad I saw that. So we need to go like this. And then I'm going to do this. And we're going to say set oak planks. Cool. So now, if I come back over here, this should all be, yeah, sweet. Although saying that, we'll come back and do some changes in a second, because we definitely will. But right now, if I select you, and if I select, actually, yeah, no, sorry, there is a whole other thing I still need to do before I can start doing this. So bear with me. I'm going to do that real quick, and I might as well make the changes over here that I need to make as well. And then we can get started on actually stacking this building. Okay, actual framework now complete. And as you'll see here, I've gone back to a 2-bedroom design here because I've had an idea for something that I think is actually going to work pretty well. Assuming I'm just looking, actually. It might be a bit tight, thinking about it. We will see. But I think I can get this to work somewhat how I want. If this was just one block taller, if we didn't have the double ceiling floor thing, then it would probably work even better. But we'll see how it goes. If I have to make some tweaks here and there, then I will. I've already got an idea of how to do that. It would involve making this 3 wide instead of 2 wide. So basically splitting the building in half, moving half of it this way, and then having the stairs go up 1 block higher. Does mean we get a 3 wide lift as well, which is nice. And then yeah, we'll be able to fit the thing in. But let's look at this first, and we'll go from there. So select this. Now, if my maths is correct, you have to select 1 block below the one you actually want it to be. So I think it's this. And then if I go stack 2 up, I believe this will work. I think we'll keep our ceiling. It looks like we have. Oh, no, I've gone 1 too high. See, that's the danger. That's the game you play. So it's actually, I did that one before, so it's actually going to be this one. Like so. Yep, and then we've got wood there and white concrete there. Now that might have messed up the stairs again. And it has, because over here. So I need to fix this, which is fine. That's a small price to pay. And then I can talk about what my idea was for making this look nicer. Let's just do that. And then, whoops, this. There we are. And that's the stairs done. Cool. So we'll follow these up, and we'll follow these up, and we'll replace those with brick. I think that's me putting things in the wrong place. Hopefully, I don't think it does it on the other side. It's hard to tell because of the walkway there. That's fine. And then we'll follow these ones up, and then we'll have to do the same thing, will we? No, we won't. Oh, sweet. Although, that's the wrong height. Because there is actually meant to be a set of stairs here. That's why. Okie dokie. Cool, cool, cool. So this is Warehouse 14 from the outside. And actually, yeah, it looks alright. So, let's use this apartment here as a demonstration as to what I wanted to do. So first of all, let's put that in. So now we've got an actual doorway. We might as well do the same thing on this side too. There we go, actual doorway. My thinking was, and if you watch the 2024 video again, you'll know what's coming here. My thinking was a mezzanine. Actually building a mezzanine inside the apartment here. So let's just swap this out quickly. And then here, so it wants to be, what size? I think if we go 1, I'm going to kind of build it up along the wall like this. 2, whoops, 2. And 3. I think that is a good height. And then for the floor above, we'll use slabs instead of blocks. And that will lift the ceiling up underneath. So we should end up with something that looks a little bit like this. Now I think this could work quite well. And then if we stick something like this in, and then fill the rest of this space, I think as a concept, you can have a kitchen down here, and then if you come over here and you go up the stairs, you've got a living area up here. And in fact, this could go all the way to that wall, and then you've got a full-on living space on this upper level. And then you've still got your 2 bedrooms, and you've still got your bathroom. And the more I look at this, the more I think this is not a bad idea. This could work quite well. But for now, that's not the priority. The priority is sorting out the exterior walls now. So we've got the framework in place. We still need to add the actual frame to the top floor. So I'll do that in a second as well. And then we can start debating what does and doesn't look nice on the inside. But yeah, priority is the outside. So let's have a look at this. I could, in theory, extend it up one more. But I think I might just build it. Actually, I do need to extend it up one more. I need to go 3 up. Like so. And that is the actual size of the building. So now I've got to go redo the stairs again, which is fine. Slightly annoying, but fine. Let's grab those like that. Somewhere under here. There it is. Oh, yo. No. Didn't want to get rid of that one. And then I guess we could just leave that as is. Looking at it. Oh, I've got to do this again as well. You'd think, 1 second, if I go this and then that, set bricks. Here we go. That's better. And then follow this one up. We'll do it this way. There we go. Do this and then get rid of these. Like that. Here to... might as well just do it like that. And then one more time. I believe. Yeah. One more time. Excuse me. Yeah, still recovering from again, I have no idea if you're actually allowed to say it on YouTube, because I hear people say you get demonetized and that sort of thing. Normally I'm not too afraid of demonetization, but that was back in the days where I couldn't even be demonetized, whereas these days that's a very real possibility, and it's not really one I would like to entertain. So I shall avoid that right now. But yeah, just constant, throat clearing, feeling meh all the time. It's not nice. It's not pleasant. And for anyone who's suffered from it, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. What was I doing? I was checking something. Oh, yeah, this is what I was checking. So that one. We don't have stairs here, so I can get rid of all of this. We'll come up with a nice roof design in a bit as well. I was debating to go for a pitched roof or a roof similar to the depot over there, but on a slightly bigger scale, or I don't know, something similar to that, but I don't know what. Let's just do that for now. There we go. Yeah, that's all right. And then we can put something like this across. We could, in theory, do something like this, and even there as well, but I might just leave that. This is all going to be replaced with bricks, and then the lift tower here is also going to be replaced, and this actually kind of gives us a window shape for this part of the building. Ish. It's quite hard when stairs are here to come up with window designs. I think I've got one. But yeah, we'll see. You can almost imagine this was always a lift shaft in the center of the building here that went between floors. But it's only now that they've kind of opened it up and tried to get some more air and light in to not make it look so depressing, because you don't like dark stairwells and dark lift shafts and things like that. It's not a nice place to be. If anyone's lived in a block of flats and you have to deal with that, then you'll know what I'm talking about. So yeah, that's that side done. There will of course be supporting walls in these areas here too. I think already I've got an idea. So looking at this side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then that's 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I thought it was going to tie up perfectly. It could still tie up perfectly if we just do this. and then this one would go here. I think, is that even? That doesn't look even. Why does that not look even? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is even. And then in here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But it's actually going to be smaller than that because we're going to do this. So even now, my thing of, you know, the interior and exterior walls can be in different places. Even that is starting to feel like it's not going to be the case anymore, which is fine, I suppose. If it means we get these big airy windows, although that's where I'm going to rely on my inspiration on Google for that, because I think the windows are going to be a fairly bog standard but interesting design. There might be some double walling going on, let's put it that way. That's kind of why I've left a gap around the outside of the building. And the ground floor windows may be slightly bigger or slightly smaller than the ones above. Smaller for privacy reasons, but bigger because back then, you know, the ground floor of a warehouse was kind of the bit where everybody went during the day. So you wanted that to sort of be the bigger, grander looking part. I'm quite happy with that as a design. If we can manage to get that design copied over to here without messing anything up, then I'll be ecstatic. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's going to go like that. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then you're going to go like that. That kind of works. And again, warehouses would have been mostly symmetrical. So no complaints here. I think that works. Alrighty, let me go finish the rest of these then. And then we'll come back again and we'll talk about how we're going to decorate the outside of this building. Oh, don't mind me. I'm just watching TV in our brand new multi-leveled apartment. Let me show you what this looks like. So I went with the mezzanine design in the end. I'm pretty happy with it. The walls are a bit bare in here still. They do need some work doing to them. But up here we'll have sofa, coffee table, something else over there. Something fun. I don't know what yet. The sofa might even face that way. But I was thinking of putting like a TV here. But we'll see how that goes. And then if I come down the stairs here and do a hard right, we've got a little dining room. We've got a kitchen. It's a bit dark in here right now because I haven't added any lighting on this little bit. But I will do because, well, like I said, it's a bit dark in here. And then down here, down the corridor, we've got the second bedroom. There could be a second bed here, so it could be a double bed. We've also got a blind that doesn't fully work. You can see that some of the blinds turn independently to others, which is always interesting. And then down here, we've got the bathroom, which hasn't been kitted out at all yet. And then we've got the master, which again has some blinds with minds of their own, which is interesting. Yeah. I think it's just because of the size of them. So I might remove the blinds, we'll see. Or maybe just put the blinds from like this level down. Because it really doesn't matter if you can see above. Because what are you going to look into? The ceiling? The wall? I don't know. But yeah, we've got double bed. We've got bedside cabinets, which are storage. In fact, I might get rid of some of this stuff in some of these storages just as a little welcome present to people. And then over here, we've also got cabinets and desks and things like that. And then if I come out of the apartment, that's the only one that's decorated right now. This one doesn't even have the walls yet, so I'm just going to leave those as is. Come down the corridor, lean on the creaky part of my desk for some reason. We've got the lift shaft in place now with a functional lift. I do still need to go and replace some of these bits here with brick, as you can see. And then I need to actually fill in the sides of the shaft here as well. So when you come up the stairs, you won't be able to accidentally fall into the lift, because that's not the most ideal thing in the world. Right, let's go outside. Still need to put some front doors on this. But this is what it looks like from the outside. So again, it looks a bit boring right now. Bit plain, bit boring, bit meh. That is where this super design comes in. So, wow, my desk is really creaky today. Apologies if that's getting picked up by the microphone. I've got quite a few images here that I could use as inspiration. Ultimately, we're going to add an extra layer to this building, and it's this extra layer that's going to have it's this extra layer that's going to have all of the good stuff. So the decoration, the window surrounds, and all that good stuff. So I think first of all, what we need is some kind of frieze around the top of each level, which this allows me to do. Although that might come last, actually, looking at it. That might come last. So the first thing we need is to actually put the extra bits of decoration in. That would be a good place to start, wouldn't it? So like this, for example. So from here all the way up to here, I'm going to put brick, like so. And then we're going to do that on this section here as well. So from there all the way up to here, that's also going to be brick. And now you can see already that the building is starting to get a little more character. It's not just flat, which is good. That sheep, that ruddy sheep. That was an experiment that I did with spawning in animals and villagers and things like that. But I did it with chickens. I threw a load of eggs, created a load of chickens, and then created loads of villagers. Master Trams then decided to prank me by putting in some sheep. And yeah, it's kind of gone from there. So now we have loads of sheep just milling around here, which is fine. You know, they're harmless. They're not doing anything to anyone. Oh, I didn't show you the side windows as well. So it goes 3, 3, 2, 3, 3, which I think, again, is a pretty decent design, I think. Let me know in the comments if you like the design of this building or not. Again, it's not something I would say I'm particularly good at, these buildings, but it's something I certainly want to get better at, because there is actually something very satisfying about looking at a building that you've built, knowing that you've built it. It's one of those cool things. Right, so you get the idea now. I'm going to go away quickly and I'm going to add all this stuff in. I think I might do it as a time lapse just cause. And then we're going to start looking at some other stuff. In fact, during the time lapse, I might start adding in some other stuff as well. This goddamn desk. Just to try and make the building look a little bit nicer. So I've got basically all the materials I need are in my hand right now. So we're going to have the frieze going round, top and bottom. We're going to have fences across the window just to make it look a little bit more interesting. I think I've got an idea for how to do that. And then some granite for little bits and pieces. And yeah, just loads of stuff here. So let's get on with this. And then I think we can wrap up this episode. Okay. That pretty much does it for what I wanted to do with the outside, and I'm not too unhappy with it. I think there's definitely other little bits and pieces that I could do. Extra detail, things like that. Maybe even make this decoration here go all the way across the front and then even round the corner and all the way down the side. That might be something I'll play around with off camera. Have a look, see what works, all that good stuff. There may be other little bits and pieces I can do, like instead of using the brick stairs, I could maybe use the granite stairs instead. But I think, again, that's all experimentation for off camera, because right now I'm pretty damn happy with all this. So I'm going to run back in here. I am also going to fix the lift shaft, don't worry. Actually, no, I'm not going to do what I was going to do because that would ruin the vibe of the building. I'm going to grab a door. I believe there's stripped mangrove. What have I got that could be used for a warehouse that's now an apartment building? That is a very good question. Stable door. This wandering trader next to me is about to get booted. Very annoying. Bamboo, no. Crimson waffle door? What is a waffle door? I think I've asked this before. Is that going to work? No. Also, I don't think a red door here is a good idea. So what else have I got that could fit here? There's brown doors, dark oak shoji whole door. Apologies for my awful pronunciation. No. Although that could be good for inside the apartment. Where are you? You're invisible. That's the problem. That's really annoying. You probably can't even hear him, but I can, and it's incredibly frustrating. There you go, he just agreed with me. Crimson modern. Again, what colour do I want? Like a dark colour. Let's go with that. Oh, he's drinking potions now, so I can't see him. Oh, I can see him. I can trade with him. Can I hit him? Yes, I can. Right, go away. Leave me alone. So yeah, that'll do for Warehouse 14 for now. I think it's a very nice building that fits in with the aesthetic that we're going for here. I'm actually surprised I managed to fit it into this space as well, because I did think that it would perhaps need more space. But we've now got 2, 4, 6, 8, 16 apartments in this space. To put that in context, over here at the spiral, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, there's 18 over here. So we're only 2 behind, although the spiral is going to grow, of course. I've also got to sort the roof out as well. That's something I'll do off camera. So the start of next episode then, I will hopefully have a nice building here to show you. And I've also been commissioned to do a project for the next episode as well. So all being well, I'll be able to do that for the next episode. Hopefully, I need to get some permissions from some people, and I'm being very vague and mysterious. Basically, Master Trams has asked me to help him with something, so I'm going to be doing that for the next episode. But for now, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button if you enjoyed the video, and of course if you're enjoying the series so far. Drop some comments down below with ideas for future episodes. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, be sure to hit the subscribe button. Excuse me. If you have already subscribed to the channel, thank you for your continued support. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and until next time, from Warehouse 14, I will see you soon.